Ooh, doggy. What an episode we got for you today. Our guest host is Irv Mulligan, running back out of Jackson State. This guy is phenomenal. We're going to talk about him here in a minute. I'm Tuna, your host, hopefully your favorite tuna in all of football and not Bill Parcells. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody. We finally hit 300 subscribers. I didn't think 300 people wanted to see my mug on a camera talk nonsense about football, but apparently you do. And as a thank you, we actually are running a thank you raffle at first.and.tuna. That's the handle here on the screen. Follow the rules. We're actually giving away a Rams mystery box signed jersey to somebody on Sunday the 23rd in the evening. Rules are all on that page. But yeah, honestly, thank you to everybody for being here. And as a thank you, again, we've got Irv Mulligan. Like, I didn't talk enough about his stats during the interview, so I want to read them off to you here before we get to meet him and what goes into that greatness that he performed this last season and before he goes into the draft. 179 carries, 1,168 yards, 6.5 yards per carry, 11 touchdowns. The guy broke Walter Payton's long-standing single season rushing record at Jackson State. That's why he chose to go there. He wanted to chase sweetness. This guy is our own iteration of sweetness coming out of Jackson State. Now, there's a lot of words you can say to describe his game, but one word I could describe Irv as a human after getting to know him is remarkable. Like, the guy is genuinely a great human being that comes through, and we're lucky to get to know him a little bit. So without further ado, let's go meet Irv Mulligan. I'm crazy excited today. I'm a little bit at a loss for words. If you go and watch the tape, go watch Jackson State, any game, any highlight. Irv Mulligan out of Jackson State. First of all, congrats on an amazing year, Jackson State. You broke Walter Payton's record. That means since you chose Jackson State, was that something you were chasing the whole time? Like, hey, let me go chase sweetness.
Absolutely. I'm not type of like an Instagram type of guy, but like you can see, like 2 years ago, I posted when before I committed to Jackson State that I was gonna break a few of his records. So I had to keep my word, and I went to Jackson State because of Walter Payton. So for me to actually keep my word and break a record that I believe wasn't broken in like 52 years, man, it's crazy. It's amazing. Like, I still really haven't felt or like know like the legacy I'm leaving behind and what I've done yet. But it's definitely a blessing to be able to do that.
And it's obviously we're going to get to know Irv, the person, a little bit more today, but talking about just something so crazy, like, I'd be remiss not to just start the conversation with that. Walter freaking Payton. Like, if you're a casual football fan and for some reason you have no idea who Sweetness is, we all know his accolades in the NFL, but before that he was at Jackson State still doing the damn thing. And then Irv Mulligan comes along, he's like, nah, that's mine. That's my record now.
I still give him his respects. You know, a lot of people say Sweetness 2.0, so that's what I rock out with, because that's actually my idol. So I just say it's a Sweetness 2.0.
Man, you got a few nicknames. I was doing some research on you, man. I'm trying to figure out which one I like. The Boogeyman under the Swag. I like that one a little bit.
Yeah, I love that one. That's the one I rock out with most of the year. The Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman, and it kind of reminds me. There's a few people talking about you're not just the best running back in the SWAC, but potentially in the nation. And when you hear someone talk so confidently about that, you're like, okay, can the tape back it up? The tape definitely backs it up. There's a lot that you can do. A lot of people say that, hey, Ashton Jeanty, who? No disrespect to his game, but if you put someone like Irv Mulligan at a school like Ohio State, Texas, we'd be talking about your name in the same conversation as these guys going top of the draft. I just want to kind of ask, like, we get a lot of guys on here from HBCU. I know you say you chose it because of Walter Payton, but was that the only reason why you chose Jackson State? Like, what made you want to stay at a HBCU when you probably had other options too, man?
That's true. Because I'll be honest, I went to a PWI, Wofford College. It was a great experience. And I thank them for everything they've done for me. I learned a lot there, and I already experienced that culture. So I never really experienced like an HBCU culture. So once I learned the history behind Jackson State, like I got a chance to visit the city, meet some people, visit some restaurants, some places, and like I said, just the history and the stomping grounds. You got Robert Brazile, a lot of Hall of Famers. So I was like, that's enough for me. Like, Walter Payton being my idol, it was just icing on the cake, man.
Not a lot of dudes like go around saying that Walter Payton is their idol. But like, I think for dudes our age, like our generation, you'll get more recent stuff. Like if they're looking at Saquon Barkley today, Adrian Peterson, LaDainian Tomlinson, like what was it about Sweetness's game where you're just like so enamored? Like you're an old soul, bro. Like you're an old soul.
Honestly, you can't say you're a running back and not be out of the greatest that ever done it. Like you got the Jim Brown, you got Bo Jackson, you got a lot of great running backs, but Walter Payton, he demonstrates everything: the grit, the toughness, the physicality, the leadership. Like he was just an all around guy, and he didn't get his nickname Sweetness for no reason. He was actually like a charismatic guy off the field, and I feel like I can relate to him a little bit. Like the area he's in, like Mississippi, of course, like during times like that and things like it was tough and difficult, and he chose to stay in Mississippi. So it's like I could have went anywhere, played football, did amazing things, what a lot of guys did with less carries, not to toot my own horn, but going to HBCU to bring light to programs like this, so NFL scouts and organizations can come and grab guys from HBCU because it's a lot of great players in HBCU that need opportunities that get overlooked because there's no notoriety there. So that's another thing I wanted to bring notoriety to a great stomping ground, Hall of Fame ground like Jackson State.
That's spoken so incredibly. Like I don't know what it is about Lady Lib's team. Like shout out to your agency. Every single person every man that she represents is playing not just for themselves. Like there's a bigger story. Like there's a community,
Absolutely.
there's a town, there's a family they're playing for. And I'm gonna definitely do your family and everybody justice by like talking about that. But I'm gonna give you a little bit of a moment to just honestly not be humble, and I'm gonna let you just confidently speak on yourself. So I'm gonna play a little game with you. So I know I'm sure you play in Madden, NCAA, something. I'm gonna give
All
you
the
a
time.
category. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a category because you're gonna end up at Madden next year. I want you to give me what your rating is going to be in each category. So let's go with speed. If you booted up Madden 26 today and Irv Mulligan's on there, what's your speed? What should it be?
A 90.
90? I like it. I like
A
it.
90. A 90 overall. I'm gonna explain it because when you
Okay.
see me break away for a home run, you don't see me getting catch. You see me take it to the crib. So I'm gonna say a 90.
What about break tackle, trucking?
But that's gonna be 100. And then you just mentioned it, FAMU. So if you watch the FAMU game, you can totally see when a defender, a cornerback, try to fold and tackle, and I totally
I was going to
demolish
ask you
him.
about that. I was going to ask you about that.
So I say 100. Every time a guy, it don't matter who it is on defense. It don't matter if it's a D lineman, linebacker, corner, safety. You step in front of me one on one, I'm gonna make you pay for it.
Bro, I was going to ask you about that one play. I know we're talking about the same one. All right. You had a lane. If you just cut,
Right?
if you stuck your left foot in the ground and you just ran, you could have ran away from the dude. You chose
I
to
could
go
have.
at. You chose to
It,
go at
it
him.
was intentional. It was intentional. I had to set the tone. I really had to set the tone because like FAMU and Jackson State, that's probably the biggest rival of the whole SWAC, like
Yeah.
of the whole year. So that game was like really electric, a lot of smack talking going on. So they beat us last year, so we had to make a statement, and I had a statement to make too because I felt like last year I had like 77 yards or whatever, but this game I knew I was going big, and that was the game I actually came back very healthy because I missed a few games
Yeah.
early on in the season, so it was very intentional. I had to let them know I was back. The boogeyman was back.
That's crazy doing all that. What you accomplished this year, like missing some time. But yeah, I saw that. I was like, man, who hurt this man? Or he's hurting dudes like this. All right, so we got 90 speed, 100 trucking. What about agility, juke moves?
I'm gonna say 90 because I brought the cat out the bag a few games this year. I believe it was versus Alabama A&M. I'm really a one cut go guy, but
Yeah.
I can give you a spin move, I can give you a shake and bake. So I'll say that would be a 90.
All right, and then these last two categories, these are more to get overlooked by a lot of teams on what a running back can do. What about
Probably
your
no
vision?
chance.
Yeah, what about your vision?
Oh, that's 100. I ain't
Okay.
gonna be a little biased, if the hole there is there, I don't care how big, like how small, like I can squeeze through it, jump through it. So I'm gonna always find the hole if it's there. Like you don't gotta give me like an amazing hole. Any gap I see, I'm gonna hit it. So I'll say that'd be 100.
That's called an old lineman's best friend. And then the last
Yeah,
one, you already know what it is: pass blocking.
100. You can cut on the film and see that. You don't never see no defender blowing me up. You'll never see me missing my assignments. That's actually the one thing I put at my forefront is pass blocking. Because in the league, the quarterback is the highest paid guy on the team, and he's the leader of the offense. So running back's not that high value. So you can't pass block. You really don't got a shot. So um, I love blocking. I love run blocking also. So I'm just an all around guy, man. So I say 100.
That's crazy you said that because I've noticed on a lot of dudes, a lot of people's rosters, not to disrespect anyone's game, but you'll see dudes that are like second or third on the depth chart, and you're like, okay, you'll never get carries. Like, they're not that fast, they're not that good, but it's like, how are they constantly on a roster? Like, they'll be in the league for 5, 6, 7 years. It's pass blocking. Like, if a quarterback likes you, like, they're gonna fight to keep you around. So,
Because you can trust you
yeah.
and protect him.
And that shows that you know the offense too, and like just watching your game, like I can tell you're going to pick up any offense really, really quickly. So, y'all heard it from Irv's mouth directly. Pick up Madden next year. He's going to be like a 90 overall. So we're rolling. I like it. Digging more into like your personal life. I know you got two little ones, right?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about, like, it's probably a super generic question, but we don't get a lot of fathers on here that are going into the league right away. How is it balancing being a father and then being able to put in the amount of work needed to be as great as you are at football? And like, how rewarding is that too?
It's very rewarding. First of all, it's a privilege to be a father. A lot of guys don't understand that it's a blessing and a privilege to be a father. And everything in life comes full circle. That's what I like to say. So, football, since a jit, it raised me. It taught me a lot of things about life. So, in this game, like my kids, it taught me how to be a father. The same leadership I learned playing football, the same little small details about life I learned playing football, I can install that in my kids. And my kids is very intelligent, very smart. So they can cut on YouTube right now and see me. They already know the type of Irv Mulligan. Like I can hear my son or my daughter running around the house. Irv Mulligan, like they already know, like, it's just big in the football. And they don't want to drive me and give me the passion and the drive to get up every day to want to do this because I see what it do for them, and I see the passion to give them to want to play football. Like my son, he's already playing football, and it's amazing. He only 5, so balancing it's not hard. It's not hard being a father, man. Like I said, it's a privilege, so it's real easy to see your creations and been through life already plenty of years before them and just install the wisdom and the knowledge you learned throughout life. So I say it's a blessing, man. Like, and I just love being a father.
Are they? So you said your boy is 5. Are they old enough to, when they go to games, that they able to pay attention and recognize, like, hey, daddy
Oh
just
yeah,
scored?
yeah, for
Do
sure.
they go crazy?
Yeah, like I said, they intelligent. Yeah, they're intelligent. So they know when I get the ball, and know when I score a touchdown. They know, and they know how to find me fast too. So yeah, man, they just smart. Like I said, he the type of kid. He just like his father. He'll be up 8:30 in the morning. You don't even want to eat breakfast. You just want to go throw the football outside or throw the baseball or go shoot the hoop. Like, man, he just. And my daughter's the same way. She like a little tomboy, so she loved throwing the football too. She loved basketball. She's fast too. I can see her being a little track star. But yeah, man, it's amazing. Every time I'm always home. Like I just was home this past weekend for like 2 weeks. Training there for a little bit just to be close to my kids. So, and the mother of my kids, she's awesome. I also, we co-parent very well. So it's just a blessing, man, to have like a little good small family and be able to raise them the right way.
I love hearing that, man. Like seeing you light up talking about your kids and the family. How important is that for you? Like, to know everything you're doing on the field, every like podcast interview you're doing, your kids, like, yeah, they can watch the highlights now, but as they keep getting older, they can pop on the internet and just see Pops anytime, like doing his thing, being talked about in such high regard. Like, how important is that for you? Like, not to gloat or say, hey, I've got an ego, but do you think about that aspect at all?
I think about it every day. Honestly, like I said, that's why I do it. Like you can't just talk about it. You gotta actually show lead by example as well. So it's like it's no good if I just tell them and I'm not practicing what I preach. So I gotta leave a blueprint. I gotta set the foundation to where when my son cut the film on and he's playing football, I can demonstrate the toughness and the leadership and the the physicality, the thing that you need to be a great football player. He'll see that. So he's not just hearing it. I already done it before him, so he's comfortable doing it. And like the Mulligan name, like the Mulligan's been through a lot like in life. So it's like I'll be honest, like you don't see or hear too many good or great things about a Mulligan unless it's at a golf tournament or on a golf course. But so it's just like using that last name, just having that last name, I want to put on and not just be good because Mulligan got a good name, like in our state and my city, things like that for being great people. But um, I want Mulligan to be legendary. I want that name to be across the nation. So that is it's just big. It is also big to my kids. Like I said, it's the last name on my back.
And that's a great like transition because it's a little bit deeper of a conversation I want to get into with you. So anybody that looks up your name, like they're going to see the accolades and the stats. Fortunately, the last few years, your family has gone through some like, tragedies, and I don't know how to put it into the proper words to show the right respect, but losing family like so close to you to senseless gun violence. I grew up in Stockton, California. Stockton is notoriously known for the same kinds of things. Like I
Right.
had been fortunate enough that I haven't gone through like family passing from that, but I've lost countless friends, man. So like my regards to you and the family. But
Thank you.
I don't know if you want to walk me through like in that moment, like trying to focus on football and a sport when there are bigger things at play, and then how you're able to take that and like you just said, like Mulligan's on your nameplate, like you're literally putting a family name on your back. Like, how do you see that your work on the field and everything you're doing professionally helping the family name and like carving a new path for you guys? I know that was long winded and like I'm throwing a lot at you, but
Nah, I
I
get
just want to give you time to speak on it.
yeah, man. It's just like honestly, it's like the will and the want to, and it's nothing. It has nothing about being weak or being strong. It has everything to do with sticking to the vision, sticking to the plan. Um, everything going on like people only know about a few. Like my sister, my little cousin. People only know about a few Mulligans that have passed and tragedies have happened to. But it's plenty more to come. There's plenty more that have happened after that. And that I don't speak about. So it's like me playing football, and doing what I'm doing. It gives my family, like the whole Mulligan family, hope and a vision to know it's like we're not cursed. We don't have bad luck. There's no karma on us or anything, but it's somebody in the family that's demonstrating greatness and that's chasing greatness and will succeed and will, you know, help others, bring others along in the family to succeed. So, like I said, it's not just big. It's bigger than my family. It's about the whole Mulligan family. So I can demonstrate greatness and set the foundation to do something bigger. Because yeah, you got some family members that succeeded, but you don't have family members that left a legacy or was legendary. And I'm chasing something legendary. So just knowing that vision, you can grieve, you can be sad, you can be happy, mad, whatever you want to be, emotional. You can still find your peace through your process by sticking to the plan. And that's what I did. So when my sister passed away and all my other family members passed away due to senseless gun violence and, you know, tragedies like that, man, I already know what I had to do. I'll be adding to the problem if I just became weak, gave into it, and was just like I give up. That would be the worst thing to do. So I want to demonstrate that for all my family members that I'm strong and I'm still standing. I did it. So can you?
I can't. Yeah, those are powerful words, man. Like literally being I'm big on mental health, like especially for men, and regardless of like it taking a tragedy or not, like losing loved ones. But you said something really important about it's okay to grieve, it's okay to feel, because a lot of young dudes, like especially out here on the West Coast, like when something bad happens like that, like their first reaction is to get weak and then like
Absolutely,
the kids call like crash out, and it's like dude
absolutely.
that doesn't help you like at all, and I can't dude, I cannot imagine being as strong as you, like just in
Yeah,
putting
cause
more work into the process.
it's like this. what good is it for me to go out there and be a hypocrite and do the same thing somebody just did to my sister, crashing out? My mom, not my mom, just lost my sister. She lost me too. She didn't lose me to no gun, but she lost me to the prison system. It don't make sense. So
Yeah.
it's like you gotta break the trend. You gotta fight the devil a different way sometimes, man. And that's the only way you can do it is succeed and demonstrate and show young guys, man, it's okay to forgive, but don't forget, just let it go and let God. So and I'm the type of guy I pray and I don't worry. You can't do both. So if you trust God and believe God, like you say, and once you pray, there's no worrying. You just you gotta stick to it.
My one of my best friends, Malik, he's gonna watch this, and I think he's gonna steal that. Like you can't do both. Like you can't pray and you can't worry. Like that sounds like something he would tell me.
Yeah.
Well, man, yeah, your agent told me that you were an old soul and that you were very wise, and like I didn't realize how much. Like, can I get you on a phone call every morning to like give me some motivation? Like every time
I
I wake
definitely
up.
can. I have something new for you every day. I promise.
Damn, I'm gonna start calling you preacher, man. Like that was
That's
nah.
crazy. That's what all my homeboys call me.
Man, that's all respect though. Like honestly, where did that come from? Because to be able to sit there and like go through something, and even without that, but to look at how you approach your process with even before we talked about family, you're talking about the SWAC, you were talking about HBCUs, and then recently I saw you talking about how important the HBCU combine was and how you're hoping it gets bigger. Like you're always talking about something bigger than yourself. It's not just Irv, it's
Right.
others and the bigger picture. Do you know at what point or who helped you like think that way? Because not everybody can do that.
It's easy. Your upbringing shows a lot about you and tells a lot about who you are. So my father, for one, man, it's just I see. Yeah, my friends call me a preacher, but I call my father the yes man. Like my father is like a very emotionless guy. Like he's always in one mood. And the things I seen him do and provide, not just for his family, but like I said, the whole family. Like he's created with his hands. So whether somebody car break down, he can fix it. Whether somebody need a new roof or just a new house, period, he can build it. Anything he need, fix your TV, he can do it. So my father just demonstrated being this guy that didn't let nothing really, you know, knock him or break him. Like my father had 2 houses that burned down, and I seen him shake back from it all, and not once ever complain. He got
Damn.
up and yeah, I'm telling you, like he never cried, never did anything. Like so, even when my sister died, my father was strong, and also my mother. Like my mom, she's a very giving person. Like she'll give you her last to see you happy before she's happy. I've seen her do that countless times for us. So it's just my upbringing, man. My dad always had me around like older guys. Like my dad's up there in age, but he's not like a younger cat. So his friends is more like 60 years old, 50s, and So I
Yeah.
was always around older cats, and I always knew that a guy my age, he can't teach me nothing or really tell me nothing. It's the guys that went through life and learned the wisdom before me that can install it in me. So I always knew that. So and I grew up on old school music. So so just like the words in the old school music and things like that, it just you learn faster. So man, I just learned from the people in front of me.
Hey, shout out to moms and pops, man. That's yeah,
Man,
I agree. Like you are usually a product of your environment, like for better or for worse. But then it takes not just that environment, but the people that are in it. Like if they're able to teach you, instill some good lessons, and like show you, and not just tell you, like you can overcome a lot of adversity. And it looks like the Mulligan
absolutely.
family. Like I definitely don't agree with those sentiments that you were saying. Like oh, you feel cursed and this and that. I've had my own past and my own family around here. Like that's definitely something a lot of people can resonate with. So like
Right.
I love hearing you say that, man. What do you said you used to grow up on old school music. Are we listening to old school stuff before games, or what we bumping?
Yeah.
Don't get shy
You
now,
know,
bro.
nah. I ain't gonna lie. Before games, I'm definitely listening to like some rap, some hip hop. You guys be in that mode. Like, so I'm gonna
Okay,
listen
okay.
to like some Young Boy, some old Gucci Man, some Jeezy, of course. I start off with Jeezy first of all. I wake up listening to Jeezy. So Yeah, but old school is this one song I do play is "Try Me." You gotta listen to it. I'm gonna send it to you after this. But there's
Yeah,
a lot of
send
old
that to
school
me.
guys I like. I like Keith Sweat. I like, I'm a smooth cat too now.
Man, I'd be so mad. Like I'd be mad as a linebacker or safety, knowing that this cat is over here bumping Keith Sweat before he runs me over.
Ah,
Damn. Yeah.
hey, I can even go way back. I listen to like some old school women too. You got Betty Wright, so it's like, man, I can go on all day.
Damn. You about 21 going on 65, bro.
Yeah,
uh,
man. Hey,
people still bumping Jeezy like that. Like I don't know, for some reason. Like it might be a West Coast versus East Coast thing. Like I don't hear a lot of Jeezy
it was
bumping around
man.
there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in the country, like I'll be honest, like people still listen to like Gucci Man, like Jeezy, like Little Boots, like that's the stuff like they was raised up on. So
Yeah.
especially in the South too, like all the South artists, that's mainly who people still listen to. And like I'm like I said, I'm an old school kind of guy, so that's the kind of stuff I grew up on. Like a lot of rap, like I listen to Young Boy, NBA Young Boy, but a lot of new rappers I can't really tell you too much about them, or I'm not really too much hip to like their music.
I know some
To
of
be
the
honest.
like this current generations of guys from the South. I know JID. I listen to a bunch of him. I know Denzel's from Florida. I listen to Denzel Curry a little bit. Yeah, not a lot of. I think based on where you're from, like you listen to certain music. Obviously, with the LA hat, we're bumping a lot of West Coast out here.
Yeah,
But
I mean, um, I I kind of got some I kind of listen to like some old school music, like some old school like Pac and Biggie, things like that, like
oh yeah,
yeah. So, but I
no,
don't
you
really told I don't
got
really
to.
know too much rappers like from like you said the West Coast.
I'm kind of the same way. I'm at that age where like I like what I like, and it's like it takes a homie to like show me something new. I'm like, okay, like I added to the rotation. Um,
Yeah, Nipsey Hussle pretty cool too
Speaking
though.
of going back to football, not to get off track too
You
much.
good.
Yeah, my bad. Going back to the HBCU combine. So for a lot of people that don't know, like I try my best on this channel every time we get somebody on from a certain conference or certain school that doesn't get enough spotlight in the national media. So for a lot of people who are still catching up, the HBCU and their system of schools and programs are not the same level of coverage of like the Ohio States, the Texas, the USC's, the Power Four, Power Five schools, and that's just because I mean, we can go down a rabbit hole of why there's even HBCUs to combat racism and the lack of integration in a lot of programs. You look at the talent pool at HBCU Combine, like dudes like you, guys like your boy Rob McDaniel. How important is it for you to get the spotlight on more of these guys? Like, if you get into the league, which you're going to, and you just explode, that's even more people that are going to start looking at HBCUs. So,
Exactly.
how often does that actually pop in your mind of like, hey, this is important to me?
I mean, it's every day because you got the monkey on your back where everybody's saying, "Oh, HBCU talent is not this and it's not that." So for you to just go out there and prove them wrong and represent for the whole HBCU culture, man, like and like the bread and the pudding is like I said, Jackson State alone got so many Hall of Famers. Matter of fact, HBCU got so many Hall of Famers
Yep.
alone that and more than a lot of the schools you name. So it's like the bread and the pudding. So it's like you can't forget about it. Like you said, you can go down the rabbit hole all day. But his history shows, why things is the way it is and why, you know, it was the way it was. So for guys like me and like Robert and like a lot of the other great players at the HBC that demonstrated well at the HBCU Combine, it's for us to go out there and put on and not only like throw a pie in the naysayers face, but to represent for everybody else that, like you said, don't get that chance to get that spotlight. So maybe it's a guy that wasn't invited at the HBCU Combine, but when his pro day come up, they saw all the scouts like me, so they come to see me. But another guy might stand up to them like, "Hey, we didn't see Matt come up, but I feel like he can play in the NFL." Like that's what it's all about, man. It's like I'm no gatekeeper to this life thing, because football and life wasn't a gatekeeper to me. So, like I said, and like you said, it's always about the bigger picture. Like we all gotta die one day, but it's about the legacy you leave. So for me, just to set the blueprint, and I got a lot of young bucks and a lot of young cats that look up to me and text me and DM me all day, every day, sending me their film, asking me a lot of questions. That to me right there alone, like that's what drives. That's another thing that drives me. Like it's just like that, and that I'm passionate about that. Passionate about helping others and bringing others along with me. So for me to do it, it's telling every other young cat behind me they can do it too, and it's huge, man. It's huge because that combine is no different than what I say the real combine. It's no different. You know, you got some great players that play HBCU ball that can play anywhere in the country. That would have did the same thing in HBCU with, like they say, belly talent or whatever in that conference. So, and like me personally, you can put me anywhere. I'm gonna do the same thing I did, if not better. So, it's just the demonstration and the setting the blueprint and setting the limit high, and you just break it through all the critics and the politics and them saying that, oh, these guys can't play football because of the competition level. And that's not that.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that conversation of the because even well, like I mentioned his name earlier, like Ashton Genty, like up at Boise State, like even said it about him, like, just because he plays in the Mountain West. But that just speaks volumes of people who don't actually watch the game, who don't pop on the film,
Right.
and you pop on a Jackson State game. I don't care if you think the talent there looks different because of what you see on a Sunday or a different conference. When a guy like Irv Mulligan is just head and shoulders better than everybody on the field, it doesn't, like, that speaks volumes. Like, but I'm hoping that it does trend in the right direction, that it keeps growing. And I think it's because a lot of guys like you that continually like are putting in the work and have a lot of pride in it.
Cause like Walter Payton said, I ain't gonna just knock on the door. I'm gonna kick the damn door down. So that's what that's HBCU guys about to do. You about to kick. I promise you, you put me. I ain't worried about getting in camp. I already know I'm gonna get in camp. That's how much confidence I got in myself. And I'm gonna bring a little different swagger to the NFL. It's gonna be like a little Marshawn Lynch swagger, but a little different. It's gonna be like a Marshawn Lynch with a mixture of Walter Payton. So I'm just ready for it, man. And that's my thing. I want to prove everybody else wrong because they doubted Walter Payton too. They didn't think he can do it, but like he said, he kicked the door down. So that's what we're gonna continue to do: kick the door down.
The worst thing you can do to an NFL player that is extremely talented is give him a chip on the shoulder, like piss him off a little bit. And it looks like there's enough for Irv to be pissed off enough to go in and
Yep,
make some noise. I'm excited for it, dog.
exactly.
I
I
love
got
it.
that chip on my shoulder already.
You got a Pringles can worth of chips on your shoulder, man. I love it.
Yeah, it might be a pack of Pringle cans.
I only got like one or two more questions. I'll let you get out of here because I know you probably want to spend time with family or rest before pro day. But speaking of pro day, so our last guest on, Sheldon Arnold out of UCF, he was kind of talking about like, man, it's like 2 or 3 months you're training just for one day.
Right.
Or like you include the combine, for 2 or 3 days. And this is like a huge job interview. You got scouts there. You're between the combine and your pro day. You're having interviews with NFL coaches, NFL agents, not agents, scouts. And then, critiquing, hey, you ran 0.01 faster than this dude. Like, it's so meticulous. All this training, like, what's your mindset heading into pro day? And what are you hoping to accomplish? Like, what do you look at as successful for a pro day?
Like I said, I turned heads at the HBCU combine, and I wasn't satisfied. They was amazed by what I did. I guess coming from an HBCU, so I was like, those numbers, it was cool, but I wasn't satisfied with them. So me being able to see what I did, having a more opportunity to train and better, where I feel like I want to get better at. And so pro day is just like another day to show them that I can keep climbing that ladder. I did this, but today I'm really about to show you what I really can do. So pro day is I don't stress about pro day because, like you said, it's just a lot of measurements, and you train so many days and months just for this one day. So it's like I don't overcomplicate it because those months is where you build the confidence at. That's where you know yourself. So it's like when you get in front of, like, a lot of guys that's gonna determine your future, this is where you be comfortable at. This is where you showcase it at. This is where you be who you are and who you was training to be this all these months and days. So for pro day for me, it's just another day to be around a bunch of guys that just love football, and that's gonna help me further my career. Um, and like I said, I know I can play football. So at the end of the day, like I tell guys, be comfortable, because that's what it boils down to. Because you got a lot of good test guys, but a lot of guys can't ball. So whether this guy bench 36 reps on the bench, he's stiff on the field, he can't make a tackle. A guy like me can sauce him up and go score. So like I tell guys, man, be comfortable. Just showcase what you got, because at the end of the day, man, it's all up to God anyway.
That's funny you said that. That just reminded me of I had my high school coach, and he's kind of like the father I never had. Like, honestly, shout out to Coach Schwartz if he sees this. But it's a joke he always used to say, like, when you're comparing yourself to, like, maybe there's like a gym rat or a dude who's like crazy big in the gym, and it's like, okay, that's cool, but I mean, throw him a ball and he don't even know what to do with it. Like, he can't
Man,
even.
he go clap his hands.
Yeah, see, catching it backwards, he don't know what to do. That's the exact same thing, man. And I like the mentality. It's almost as if, like, you're not going to impress, like, you're just showing up so that way they can see, like, to reconfirm, like, oh yeah, Irv can ball. Like, this is for them. Like, this ain't really for you. It's for everybody else to get with the program. Like, I love that mentality. Two more questions, and then I'll let you go, man. One is, like, you're probably hearing it from a bunch of NFL coaches. Whatever team drafts you, signs you, what are they getting out of Irv? Like, what are they expecting to get? And what do fans expect to get when they see Mulligan on the field?
Well, I'm gonna speak on the fans part first. Fans, like I said, they definitely get a Marshawn Lynch and a Walter Payton, and the fans and the people love those two guys. So you get a mixture of those guys. I believe the fans will ultimately love me. The coaches, they gonna get an all around back. But as me being a leader on and off the field, I'm very physical, like I demonstrated FAMU. Um,
Oh
so
yeah,
they gonna get physical back. I'm like I said, I'm a pass blocker. I can catch out the backfield. But I'm very smart also. A lot of guys don't demonstrate their IQ for the game. I'm a very football connoisseur. I can break down defenses. I can, identify blitz pickups to help the QB. So it's like there's a lot of things I can do. Like I can even go play linebacker if you need me to. I'm a very versatile type of guy. Like I said, I'm smart. Like I'm a kinesthetic learner also. I can get on the field and rep it and rep it and rep it and rep it as many times as you need me to until we learn it. And like I said, I'm versatile, so I can get in the classroom with my peers or one-on-one time with my coach and learn the plays, or I can learn it myself. So it's just like they're getting a pro athlete. They're definitely getting a pro for sure.
I love that you said that last part. Like, a lot of guys can go ball, a lot of guys can play, but to be a professional, like, it is very, very different. It's the stuff you see. It's the stuff that never gets talked about. Like, what are you doing to make sure this is a Sunday through Saturday job? Because, like, what you're signing up for. Like, oh yeah, like, everyone wants the dream to get paid and be the superstar, but can you do the superstar work? And from everything I've seen and, like, the way everyone talks about you, it looks like you do the superstar work.
Absolutely. My dad told me this one quote. He said, "Son, because we do a lot of construction when I'm home." He said, "Son, you can't pay a man and beg him to work," and that's so true. Like you can't pay a man and beg him to work. It might go over your head for the first time, but it'll resonate with you when the call over. You'll think about it.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can't pay
like,
a man and beg him to work. So
yeah,
if the
like, how you
NFL pay
gonna?
these guys, so if the NFL paying these guys all this money, why should they have to beg them to get them 100%
Okay,
and to
yeah,
get them
yeah, yeah.
$1,000?
Damn, that took me a
That quote,
second.
that quote can go for anything in life.
That's number two.
Anything in life.
I'm telling you, my boy Malik is gonna see this. He's like, yo, I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna say this to my team when he's working. What like, you've been speaking so highly on everyone, like, around you. Like, I want to hear from Irv, the young boy, Irv, the young man, like, that's, like, about to be professional. How does it feel being so close? Like, the draft is coming. You're going to be in the NFL within months. Like, how does that feel? Like, honestly.
It's like it's a 50-50 feeling. It's like half of you've been playing football your whole life. So just think about the football aspect and leaving everything else that comes with it around it. You've been playing football your whole life, so it's nothing new. So don't act like you magically got here. You know you're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be here. And then part of me is like, it's finally happening. All the grief, all the hardships, the sadship, the obstacles that me and my family had to face. This is the start of the breaker point. Ain't the finish. It's just the start of the breaker point. The start of me changing the narrative for the Mulligan family. So, man, it's a what should I say, emotional thing, an emotional feeling, just for that reason right there.
That's that first part I didn't really think about. Like obviously the emotional part I can imagine, but the to have the confidence to know like, hey, I put in work for like you've basically been working for over 2 decades, like your entire life building to this moment, and you recognize it. I think you're ready for the moment, dog. There's 30. One of these teams is going to pick you up, and there's going to be 31 other teams that are mad that they did not pick you up. And I'm super
That's
excited
that's,
for you.
that's, that's just exactly how I feel, man. It's exactly how I feel.
I'm honored that I got to meet you today. My last question as we head out the door here, and I'll let you go. If I ever came to your neck of the woods, I'm brand like I've never been, like I've spent zero time in the South, and you got to introduce me to one place to show me what food dictates. Like, hey, this is how we're rocking down here. Where are you taking me? And what do we get? What are we ordering?
Oh man. I
I didn't put it
gotta
on this.
take
I didn't put it on the outline. I wanted to hit you with this one. I wanted to
Nah,
see
man,
it
I gotta
stick.
take you. I gotta take you by my dog's tiger snail. Um, it is he cooks some amazing seafood. Like Low Country is big for like seafood. So we got this thing called Low Country boil, things like that. Man, like you ever had fried crabs before?
I've had a lot of crab. I've never had fried crab.
Oh, come on now, my dog Tiger Snell get you right, man. Listen, it's amazing. I'm gonna have to send you his brochure and his restaurant information after this, so you can just check it out. Because just by looking at the pictures, you could want to definitely like go visit it, man. I'm
Okay.
trying to tell you.
Hey, you think I'm playing, but I will go somewhere.
I'm serious.
Try some food.
I actually want you to visit now so you can taste like the down south food. Oh, you ever heard of something called red rice?
Red rice. I know I have. I don't know what it is off the top of my head though. Refresh me.
Oh man, yeah, man. That's another thing I gotta introduce you to, because that's another thing. Like people not familiar with is red rice. Like we got a lot of dishes and a lot of foods, man, that people haven't tried yet. So, you coming from the West Coast, I know it's a lot of foods that you definitely have to try. So, man, you definitely gotta come. You definitely gotta come visit, man.
I love that. Me and my lady, man, we're foodies. Like we will if we want to travel somewhere, it's for the food. Like if you get drafted somewhere on the West Coast or you come out here, trust me all day, man. California's got tacos, so I'll share the love too and get you right with the Mexican food.
Yes, sir, I appreciate it. His restaurant called Belly Full.
Belly full.
Yes,
What
sir.
about?
It's called Belly Full.
Why do I feel like I've heard that before? All right, I'm gonna check that out. You heard it from here first from Irv Mulligan. Belly full, sponsor us.
Yeah, man. This is if you can see it a little bit, like that's like snow crab. Well, no,
Ooh,
that's the regular crab and snow crab. He's like fried it.
damn. Oh, so they just serve it whole. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, like you see how it's called belly full for a reason, man. He
Okay.
piled the plate up, man, for you. Like he real good at it, man. So
Yeah, I love me some
that's
seafood, man.
definitely a place to try out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check that out. But Irv, I promised, I think like 3 questions ago that it was only one question to go each time. This time I'm actually
I
gonna
have
let you
fun,
go.
man. I'm having fun, man.
As we head out the door, I got all your socials on the screen here. Everyone's gonna see how to follow you, how to check you out. Go check out his highlights on YouTube. Uh, Tune in to Jackson State Pro Day. Tune in to the draft. Make sure you know where Irv Mulligan's gonna go. What words of wisdom do you have as you head out the door? Because we have some high school kids and some college players watching this too. Do you have any words of wisdom for those folks?
Hey, hey, when the going get tough, the tough get going. So stay at it, man.